Hello friends. Let's remember what winter was like in Avatar World in 2023. Do you remember this screensaver? Or have you already forgotten? How were our heroes dressed up? And the city? Let's go back to the past with you. Everything was not only covered in snow, but there were also a lot of New Year decorations. Look, we had much fewer locations, and construction was underway in many places and we were waiting for the housemaker to open. The mansion was completely different. Do you remember funny hats on the houses and lots of decorations? It's winter now in Avatar World, because Stardust City has opened. But our city is also snow-covered. There are much fewer decorations, but there are a lot of new locations. Just look at how many changes there are compared to the old version. What changes do you see? Tell us which winter you like more, old or new. I think the new version has changed a lot. There are a lot of new locations, alleys, new features, and the new version is very cool. Friends, let's compare two versions at once and find as many differences as possible. Do you remember that there was a construction site, and in the new version there is already a cool house in a natural style? Here we waited for the housemaker to open. The mansion has gone from 2 stories to 3 stories. The sun. Now it's possible to make the setting sun, not just the night. What else would you like to add? Did you see the differences? Let's move on. There is a cool hat on the old house, decorations in the form of large gifts in front of the house. A gingerbread house was built here, and in the new version it is already ready. And most importantly, we have an alley. It didn't exist earlier in the winter of 2023. Did you remember all the differences? How do you like the old winter in Avatar World? Let's look further. Do you remember, there used to be nothing after the bee shop and the pizzeria? And after the train station, there was a campground, a stage, a boat station, and other very first locations in Avatar World? Everything was very beautiful, snowy and elegant. It looked very festive. I really liked the old version. And now look at how everything has changed. We have a restaurant next to the pizzeria, a huge furniture store. And immediately after it, there are huge changes. A huge airport, a warehouse, and only then the first Avatar World locations. How do you like the changes? Friends, let's find the differences. Here are the beautiful decorations of the pizzeria and the train station. The new version has a restaurant and a huge furniture store. How do you like these changes? And then in the new version, the map changes dramatically in order to create a huge snow-covered airport. Do you think planes fly in this weather? And only after the airport will we see the old locations. But how different they are in the winter of 2023 and the winter of 2025. Friends, which winter do you like more? Remember, in the old version we didn't have a housemaker and the house was like this and we couldn't change anything in it. We had a cleaner like that. There was a huge New Year's pack, and snow was falling outside the window. We could only decorate the house with beautiful garlands. In the new version, our mansion has changed a lot. By the way, look, it's a joke, there's a sunbed here under the snow, it looks very funny. But inside, everything is completely different now. There are not so many details, but we can add and change everything ourselves. For example, the color of the chandelier light or how the fire burns in the fireplace or the color of the furniture. There is another difference in this house. There used to be a lot of snow outside the house, look at that. And remember this cool snowman. It's also in the new version of Avatar World. But see what this zone looks like in the new version. There is no snow here at all. I can move the trees and we have access to the alley. Let's look at the street along the shops. Remember that there was no alley here? And this is how this street looks in the winter of 2025. There is a beautiful alley here, there are many shops, many secrets and tasks. Snow Alley is very beautiful, only people aren't dressed for the weather. Let's move on. Look at how cute the school was decorated. And all the other locations are very beautiful. I love these cute hats on buildings. see how the school and other buildings look in the new version. I think the old version of the game is more elegant. Do you remember how it was in 2023 and how everything has changed? Let's see how the school has changed. There are many changes in it. Do you remember that in the winter of 2023, we still did not have school gates? And where the physical education teacher stood, the treadmills immediately began. In 2025, everything is completely different. There is a school gate that leads to other locations. There are still children with tasks for us. The treadmills are now located further away. Do you see how things have changed? Oh, how slippery it is here in winter, I even fell. Oops. Let's look for the differences further. Do you remember that old winter in Avatar World? The skate park hasn't opened yet. Look at the cool snowman on it. Hip-hop studio, and most importantly, pay attention that there is nothing in front of it and construction is underway. This is how the same locations look in the winter of 2025. A skate park has opened, and there is also an office and a children's store. By the way, have you noticed a joke? There's a bedside table in the office. It's very funny. And now let's take a look at the train station. Let's see how it was there before. Unfortunately, there used to be only one station and the train couldn't take you to another station. Things are different now. The station has been transformed. We can call a train, get on it and go, for example, to the alley and take a walk there. Super. This is the station. And we find ourselves on a snow-covered alley and can walk along the shops. And now we can go back to the airport. That's how we end up near the airport. Do you remember, there wasn't one before? Let's see, what has changed in kindergarten? Do you remember this frog? It was closed for a long time and it was very sad that we couldn't get there. And in the new winter version, this location is already open. And look at how many things there are for children. I think there's everything here. Even a tire swing and a children's kitchen. It is very cool. Friends, which winter do you like more in Avatar World? I think winter in 2023 is more elegant, but winter in 2025 is cooler because there are so many new locations. Write your opinion? Which winter is better?